Good afternoon, everybody. It is Saturday, November 21st, and it is a gorgeous, sunny, summer-like day here on the southeastern coast of North Carolina, and I wanted to take this summer-like day as an opportunity to do something that I don't do very often. I want to spotlight a pepper plant that I brought back with me from the Caribbean. These two plants right next to me are of unknown origin. I do not know the type of these plants. I have talked about them in videos before, and people have told me what they look like, and they appear to be some type of Caribbean perfume pepper of some type, but I can't be 100% sure what the exact variety is. And there's a little bit of a story behind these pepper plants. Back in February of 2018, we took a vacation to the island of Martinique in the Caribbean, which is part of the French Caribbean, and we had a wonderful time there. But if you've ever gone to a Caribbean island before, you'll know that the selection in the grocery stores are nothing like what we have here in the United States. They're much smaller, and as a result, one of my favorite things to do there is to cook. Because it forces you to scale down to the ingredients that they have available, you're able to get much more rustic and cook a much more natural diet, because the crazy variety that we have here just doesn't exist there. So I actually had some difficulty finding more traditional peppers that I'm used to using in my meals around here. However, we stayed at an Airbnb, and they had a garden in the back of the Airbnb that they allowed us to pick some food from, and they had these amazing peppers growing in them that I just fell in love with. It's hard to describe the pepper because they are very similar to a habanero based on the flavor, but they have none of the heat. They are a very mild pepper. Maybe every 9th or 10th pepper that you get might have a little bit of heat to it, but very, very little. But they have that delicious citrusy pepper flavor that you get in a habanero. Now, if you've ever had a habanero, they almost taste like citrus. They taste like a citrus peel, but the heat can just be overwhelming. So these peppers allow you to have that wonderful citrusy, peppery taste without all the heat. And just to prove to you how mild they are, I'm going to take a bite of one. So they have a very mild tingle in the back of your throat, but the spiciness level is less than what you get from a shelf product like Frank's Red Hot or something like that. They do have a very light spice to them, but overall they are very mild. They're not anywhere close to even a jalapeno. So because I didn't know what these were, I took one ripe red pepper from their garden, and I brought it back with me to the United States. And I saved the seed from that pepper. I dried them out on my countertop, and I saved them until the next winter, and I figured, oh man, I really hope these germinate. And they did. So I assume this is an open pollinated variety because I've been growing them for 3 years now, 3 summers, and they've grown true to type every single summer. And just look at the yields on this pepper. They are just off the charts. It's incredible the amount of fruit that they put out. And aside from being delicious, they are prolific. I don't know if it's because they came from the Caribbean or it's just the variety that the pepper is. They tend to be a later season pepper, almost like a habanero. So while things like your cherry peppers and your jalapenos and your banana peppers, they produce very quickly, these take a while to set fruit and to have the fruit age and ripen. So these are a later season pepper. However, they're worth every bit of it, every bit of the weight, because they are phenomenal. Now, normally when I love a variety of vegetable as much as I do this one, I would simply tell you what the variety is and then urge you to go out and purchase seed. But because I don't know exactly what this variety is, I can't do that. But because it's such a phenomenal pepper, I really feel the need to share this variety with all of you because it's just so darn good. So very recently on my channel, I posted a video on how to save your own pepper seed. And while seed saving is not something I do a whole lot of, I have to do it for this variety because it's the only way I can keep growing it, because I don't know what it is and I can't just go to a store and buy it. Now, this is not something I'm going to do very often. Getting into the seed business is not something I want anything to do with, but again, because this is so special, I'm going to make an exception for this plant, and I'm going to offer the seed to you guys if you want it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to offer this seed flat rate on the website Figbid, where I have an account, and I will have the link to that account in the video description, so you can go ahead and go to that link if you'd like to buy it. This is not something I intend to make money on. I'm only selling these for a few dollars flat rate because I want to share them with you, and I just want to cover the cost of the shipping supplies and shipping itself. However, I'm also going to have a giveaway. For 2 lucky people, I am going to give away the seeds for free, and I will have details at the end of the video for how I'm going to do this. Last week, I posted a video all about how to save pepper seeds, which I will link to above. In that video, I saved seed from this pepper from Martinique. Since then, I've been germination testing the pepper inside this Jiffy greenhouse to ensure the seed is viable. I learned that peppers from the Caribbean lineage usually take a very long time to germinate, and this specific variety right here is consistently one of my last seeds to germinate each year. It requires a lot of warmth and time on a heat mat to germinate. So you absolutely need a heat mat to ensure success with this variety. I planted 20 seeds in my germination test, and so far 11 seeds have come up strongly, with 6 more just popping up overnight yesterday, for a total of 17 out of 20 seeds germinated, or 85% germination so far. There is a good chance more will continue to germinate, so now I'm satisfied enough that I can provide these seeds to you ethically. However, again, I am not a professional seed company, so if you decide to purchase these seeds, I cannot make any guarantees, so proceed at your own risk. This is what I will have available to you. I created a small quantity of individually packaged seeds. Each package will have a total of approximately 12 seeds. This is all I can provide because I don't have a lot of seed, and I want to break it up into as many packages as possible to share the love with you all. I will be posting the entire quantity on my Figbid account at the link in the video description for a flat rate of $5 shipped. Due to customs regulations, I can only ship to the continental United States. For 2 lucky people, I will be holding a contest to give away a package of seed free of charge. Here is how to enter. Send an email to the email address gardencontests@gmail.com. In the subject line of the email, simply type a single number between 1 and 10,000. Don't write anything in the body of the email. I will only be reading the subject lines. I will be using a random number generator to select 2 random numbers between 1 and 10,000. The first person to send me an email with either of those 2 numbers will win. If nobody sends the correct numbers, I will select 2 people with the closest numbers without going over. And please, only 1 entry per person. Your first email only will count. I will be accepting entries from Thursday, December 10th, 2020 to Monday, December 14th, 2020. If you are selected, I will email you back to get your name and address for shipping. Please only enter if you're comfortable with providing your address information so I may send you your prize. If you do not respond to my email within 72 hours, I will select another winner. So as always, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe for more helpful gardening videos and maybe a few more contests like this in the future. Thank you all again so much for watching. Best of luck on your entry, and we hope to see all of you again on the next video.